What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
All right, folks, it is the fourth and final hour of the Alex Jones Show. And hopefully we have our guest on the line. He's somebody that's affecting change in his local area, San Antonio, about an hour away from Austin. And, you know, that's what's great about truthaction.org. That's what's great about WeAreChange.org. There is no taking orders from headquarters, man. It's all about doing it yourself, becoming your own leader, and finding effective ways to reach others. So without further ado, hopefully we're going to go to Matthew Medina. We thank you for being on, Matthew. What's on your mind today?
Hey, great to speak with you, Berman.
No, it's great to have you on, man. And why don't you tell people how you got involved? I mean, from your awakening to 9/11 Truth or the Patriot movement in general, and then how you got involved. What was the process?
Yeah, yes, sir. It started with watching the actual events of 9/11, and what grabbed my attention was the footage of the dancing Palestinians and the commentary saying that they were actually celebrating us being attacked almost within 10 minutes of the attack happening. I was like, what? We did a little web search and found InfoWars, Road to Tyranny, and I would basically tell all my friends, all the B-boys, all the breakdancers I would know at the time, I would tell everybody about it, and it was just kind of conspiracy-ish, and I kind of let it go. I'd check InfoWars, and comes the Ron Paul revolution in San Antonio, and I joined the meetup. I started campaigning, going door to door in all my neighborhoods, basically doing the whole campaign and grassroots activities. And then as the campaign started to die down, I mean, I was just getting warmed up and still am to this day. And so I started We Are Change San Antonio at the end of the summer. It's been about 6 months, and pretty much we've been busy 2 or 3 activities a month, handing out about 500 DVDs a month. And with the help of Harlan and Brave New Books and a lot of fellow activists that actually all pitch in and keep this group running, we've been able to reach, I would say, thousands of people already. We're always meeting with people on the street.
Exactly, and you're not just armchair quarterbacks, and you're not just sitting on a forum on the internet. You're actually organizing, probably through the internet and, you know, through phone calls, but then you're actually grouping up. You're taking movies that are on the internet, you're burning them to DVD. You know, again, a lot of people don't understand, yeah, we do fund this operation in part by our films, but we give them away for free, not only on the net, but we say, hey, if you're making copies to make other people aware, we want you to do that. We want you to hold screenings in libraries, in churches, in other places where you can hold events so that people can get this information, so that you can turn that light on and at least get them thinking, you know, outside of the box, outside of this, you know, paradigm of Obama or McCain. Obama or McCain, we were never even given a choice. They pushed Obama on us since really, you know, I mean, they started in 2004 and they made their decision in the primaries that he was going to be the one instead of Hillary Clinton. And, you know, his whole team talks about how they expected to be president since May. So, you know, this is obviously a front for a larger organization. Who did you vote for, actually?
I voted for Chuck Baldwin. I mean,
Yeah,
I wanted to vote for
yeah.
McKinney. I know you're big on McKinney. And, so am I. No, McKinney's a hero to me, but, you know, the Ron Paul backing.
That doesn't hurt, does it? And you know what? That's what I was saying on the show yesterday. I was saying, you know, it would have been great to see a Ron Paul McKinney ticket, you know, Ron Paul at the head, or even vice versa. Either way, I think that they could really learn from each other and work well together. It's just like Dennis Kucinich jumping on a ticket like that. Really, Kucinich has become somewhat of a superhero in the House of Representatives.
Yeah. A Ron Paul McKinney ticket would have been like Superman and Batman. And then, now you got Kucinich saying, the Federal Reserve is this Federal Express. I mean,
that's
amazing. A
amazing.
lot of people are stepping up.
And that is stepping up. But again, the mainstream media does not even cover Mr. Kucinich's comments. And unfortunately, the only time that you can actually see those comments is if you catch him live on C-SPAN. You know, and that's
YouTube.
Well, yeah, YouTube, but I mean on the television, you know, and that's why we need people out there to get that to us. You know, I need people to record that on TiVo, transfer it to DVD, send it to, what is it, Suite 100, 3000 South Lamar. Everybody knows the address. Send it to us. We need these tapes. We're going to be back after this with Matthew Medina. It's the Alex Jones Show. We are Change San Antonio.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
We're back, and you know what I forgot to plug in the first, 3+ hours of the show is that Alex Jones is really giving away a piece of history on eBay, and it's going to be used to help fund the info war, much like the Money Bomb has. I mean, just what from you're seeing in the new office, the television, it's getting a little slicker, our guests look better. I mean, this studio is just, I'm loving it. I mean, it's awesome. It's a dream come true to be able to sub in for Alex Jones, and such a quality studio. I mean, when I used to go down to KLBJ, in fact, I was down there yesterday, I was like, wow, this is a really nice studio. Well, guess what? Alex Jones's new studio blows KLBJ out of the water. And I love it. It's awesome. So how do we help fund this thing? Well, he is auctioning off Tyranny Crusher 1. That's Tyranny Crusher 1, and it is the infamous bullhorn that he used in Scanner Darkly. He's used to confront the Bilderberg Group and many other, puppets of the elite and the elite at themselves. So I hope you go to eBay. It's up to quite a bit right now. Serious bidders only. But whatever this goes for, there it is, Tyranny Crusher 1. Oh man, that's so awesome. I tried to scam it last summer when he was here and it wasn't working. I'm like, I'll take it. But seriously, it would be great just to put that in a big plaque, put it in a piece of glass, next to maybe a picture of Alex or a cover of one of his movies. It really makes a nice centerpiece for your den or your hockey room or your trophy collection or whatever. I mean, this is a real piece of history. And after we win, I really think that, this might end up in a museum someday. So, laugh at me if you will, but Alex Jones is really on the forefront of this, and he's really an inspiration for me and really got me involved at the level that I'm involved now. All right, we have Matthew Medina of We Are Change San Antonio on the line, and why don't you tell people, Matthew, some of the actions that you're going to take in the future, what you have planned, and then how you can join the organization.
Okay, this last Saturday, actually, we had a 9/11 Truth booth in Houston, Texas, at a really big B-boy jam. That's a breakdance jam or contest, if you will. Mm-hmm. And it was put together by a Vicious Germs crew. They're a group of B-boys, and they support 9/11 Truth and getting information out. They allowed us to have a booth there, and we got out over 100 DVDs, flyers. And as far as future actions, on January 24th in Austin, Texas, and if you're still around, Burmis, we like for you and anybody from the InfoWars crew to come join us on the streets of 6th Street, downtown Austin.
And that's a place to go, because 6th Street is it's not only legendary, but you go down there on a weeknight and it's packed house. A weekend, we're talking extremely packed house. Unfortunately, I do leave on the 17th, but I think it's very important that we're reaching out to the youth. I think a B-boy jam is somewhere where you normally wouldn't see 9/11 Truth, and we're bringing it there. I'm pleased to say that it has leaked into some pop culture that I appreciate. Head PE comes out with an album tomorrow, I believe, called New World Orphans. And, that reaches out to the punk rock crowd. That's a crowd that I can relate to. So many people are working so hard to get this patriot movement message out there. And when you're going to a concert or a B-boy thing, you're not expecting this, but you're more prone to take a look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the reason we chose January 24th on that tip, Jason, is KRS-One will be performing in Austin at 8 p.m. Saturday. And as you know, and a lot of 9/11 Truthers know, he's actually come out for 9/11 Truth, and he's always been a big supporter of free thinking, information flowing ever since the 80s. So
well, not only from the 80s, but he did a track back in the 90s with Zach De La Roca of Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, called CIA, or Criminals in Action. And you claim I'm selling crack, but you be doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a jam. That's what I'm saying. KRS-One is an icon to me, and hopefully we'll get a chance to meet him. Yeah.
And, he gave a pretty good interview out in New York City on the weekend of 9/11 Truth that We Are Change New York put together with Luke Rudowski, another, just great activist. And that's another thing. You're not waiting from orders from Luke Rudowski or the New York chapter of We Are Change, and neither is the, We Are Change chapter in Colorado or the We Are Change chapters in California. Everybody's doing their own thing, and it's very decentralized, and what it does is it reaches out to people on the street, people that normally wouldn't even be political, and that's why this is very encouraging to me, Matthew.
Hey, and we also put together, I organized the San Antonio in the Fed event, We put that together, and we worked with a lot of local activists. We worked with Campaign for Liberty, Austin Campaign for Liberty, John Birch Society, the local Libra magazine, We Are Change Austin, and all of us working together with a common goal. We put together a fantastic event. Local news showed up. We got it in the newspaper. It was really a big first-time thing for the San Antonio Truth Movement.
Exactly, and just realizing that you can have an effect and then having the will to actually do something to create that effect. In other words, there has to be a cause for the effect. You have to go out and do something. You can't just really think real hard and all of a sudden 9/11 truth is gonna come out worldwide. No, you have to take to the streets, you know. And movements that have been successful, like, you know, the Civil Rights Movement and Martin Luther King Jr., one of the key aspects of that, and of course this was long before the internet, but it was people out in the streets. And unfortunately, I have not seen that many people in the streets other than for anti-war protests, which really just don't get to the heart of the issue.